Hi everyone, my name is Carlie Hamilton, and in this video I'm going to be showing off the products that I'm planning to use in my Month of Me album. For those who don't know, currently in the month of April I'm doing a whole little mini scrapbook album that's dedicated to what my life is like right now. I did this last year, and I've shown off the results of that album. And now that it's like a year later, I'm really glad that I did that whole album. So I really want to keep up the momentum and do it all over again. So I'm going to step you through sort of the very basic process that I use to gather all the supplies, and then I'm going to show you what I've picked out. So this was my my last craft room, but it's going to be a baby's room now. But I've still got pretty much all my craft stuff in the cupboard. So there's the a whole heap of empty coat hangers, and I've got like all my craft stuff, or a lot of my craft stuff, or scrapbooking stuff here in the cupboard. So up the top I've got a whole heap of Project Life cards, and they're sorted by colour. I was originally going to have just enough stash to fit into this little container here, but my sister visited from America in My sister visited from America in November, and she bought me a whole heap of cards, and so it's ended up filling up that much. And then this is just an old Studio Calico box, which I haven't sorted the stuff in it yet. But so that's yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I've got the 4x6 cards in this bit here, and then I've got the 3x4 cards in these containers here. So I'm going to probably not select any out of there for the project for the Month of Me. I'm just going to have this whole caddy thing of my Project Life cards and select from there. And here, down here, the side here, I've got a whole heap of drawers, and I've got most of them sorted by colour. This is all my embellishments for scrapbooking. So I've got pink, brown, love, blue, green, red, yellow, orange, purple, white, grey, black, silver, gold colours, and I've got two little sections that aren't sorted by colour. I've got a travel section and a cat section. But now it's a bit of a mess because I sorted through all this when I was in my first trimester, and I was not feeling well at all, and it was basically me lying on the floor, 2 minutes of action, and then me lying on the floor again so that I didn't throw up. So it's a bit of a mess at the moment. But what I'm going to do, so you can see I just shoved in Studio Calico kits and stuff just on the top of things. In these Project Life boxes, I'll have if I can get it out, I have all my little embellishments and stuff sorted by colour, hopefully. So my plan is that I'm going to go through these drawers, bring it out of the cupboards to get this cat out of the cupboard, and go through, and then I've got this A4 box. It used to have lots more dividers in it, but they've been put to use for, had those little tubs in there as well to divide it up further. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to sort up a whole heap of different embellishments and stuff into this little container, and that's going to serve as my container for the products that I'm going to use for the Month of Me. I like to like have a little container like that so I don't feel overwhelmed and spend, you know, hours and hours rifling through all these drawers to find something perfect. I'll just get something straight from my box. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you the results. Okay, so this is the result of my time of going through all my drawers. I've got the A4 box, and I actually got out some like little ramekins, and I've used them as a divider. And what I did was I just basically went through the whole drawer set, pulled out each drawer at a time, and then I just pulled out random packages and things and put them in here, with no real, not like with 100% sure I'm going to use this on this page. It's more like, oh yeah, this could fit this project, and just shoving them in without any like real thought. I don't plan that far ahead in advance, and also I just, you know, want to sort of cut down the products that I have so I'm not overwhelmed with choice but still have a lot of choice. So I'll show you some of the products that I've pulled out. Yeah, so that's my thingy. There we go. I've pulled out this little baggie here. This has got some overlays in it. So I thought I'll use up some overlays for this project. And I also have another little baggie that has a whole heap of doilies in there. So hopefully I can use up a couple of doilies in this project. I've also, in this section here, I've got a whole heap of packages, mostly like stickers and things like that. A lot of them are sort of half used, and the idea there is that hopefully I can use up these sticker sheets. And other ones are, I don't know, this one maybe, I've used a little bit of that, but like almost brand new, so that I get to play with some of my newer stuff as well. I did do a bit of a scrapbooking haul right when I fell pregnant, so about 6 months ago, maybe a bit less, and so I do have some new stuff that I haven't played with, and I've included a bit of that in here. I'm feeling a bit sad that there's all this really nice new products that have come out. I've been trying to avoid all that because there's so much that I want. I want like new Lizzie, and I want some new Maggie Home stuff, things like that. But I'm trying to ignore that it actually exists at all, because I just don't have the budget at the moment to be spending on scrapbooking supplies. And as you can see, I do have enough to last like several projects a long time. So yeah, please, I'm trying to avoid all that stuff. But anyway, I'll show you some of the stuff I've put. I got this here. So I got some baby stuff. Even though the baby's not due now for another 3 months or so, I might talk, you know, about preparation or feelings or anything like, you know, to do with babies. So this is sort of like a little generic chipboard thing from Simple Stories called Hello Baby. I thought that could be fun to use. This one here, what's this? This is another new one from Jen Hadfield, Homemade. Must be a homemade collection. And I know this one I think would suit card makers a lot, because there's a lot of thanks and congratulations, thanks. But I got this one because, one, I liked the gold, and two, I can cover up these words easy, and I just like little tag stickers I think come in handy. So this one's not so much for the words, but definitely for like the tags. I can pop that behind things. What else have I got? So I've got like a whole heap of things in here. I got out a whole heap of like word stickers. I love word like stickers. I find them really easy to add like a little word embellishment to pages. What else? Yeah, here's another word sticker. Yeah, and then I got, I also have like a whole heap of things from the Week in the Life kit. I bought the Week in the Life kit last year. This is an Ali Edwards kit. And I bought it for the specific purpose that I think a lot of the embellishments could be used in my month of me. I didn't really want to do the Week in the Life. It wasn't convenient for me at the time, and I like my month of me projects. So I thought, you know, this can all be like incorporated into it, you know, today and things like that. So that's that there. In this little section here, it's pretty much just an extension of this big section. I've got a whole heap of, again, little tiny packages. So I've got like millions of little enamel dots in here. I also have a whole heap of autumn things. I know this is October is autumn in the Northern Hemisphere, but right now it is autumn here in Australia, and actually in the last week or so it's only actually just started to cool down where I live. It's been bloody hot up until this time. Now it's quite pleasant, so definitely feeling the autumn sort of weather, and I'm looking forward to maybe using a couple of just like autumn feel embellishments. Again, I've got things like packages that are half empty in the hope that maybe I can get rid of some of the packages. Here's another one that's, you know, another two that maybe I can just use them up and get rid of them. Yeah, just lots of like little things, rub-ons, some tag packages, some bling, have some like little puffy stickers, some plastic shapes, so these are just some stars, and again lots and lots of enamel dots because they're just so easy to put on the page. So that's what that little section there is for. Then in this little tub here, I just went through all my little die cut boxes. I try and keep my die cuts in color, in like little color boxes in my drawers. So I just go through each little box and basically just pull out a whole heap with no real direction, you know, no real exact thought. I just pull out like these little things, and they will just make like a really easy little embellishment on my pages, just add a little bit of depth. And then I did pull out some bigger ones like this camera here, so maybe that could be a feature. And then some like little tags like this as well. So yeah, just lots of little die cuts in this one, and just like a little easy box that I can rifle through and maybe find something that fits. Lastly, I've got these ramekins. In this one I just stuck some stamps. I am terrible at using stamps. Like as you can see, these ones are unopened. So by putting like one stamp set or something into this pack, and then try and have the aim of using it at least once, then at least I'm using my stamps. I believe this one is from one of the later Studio Calico kits that I got before I quit. I quit Studio Calico mainly because I was pregnant and wanted to you know, not have the expense anymore, trying to save as much money as possible for the baby. And this one here is from the Week in the Life kit that I was talking about earlier, so this one should come in very handy. I'm very happy that this stamp down the bottom here, it's got like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm glad it starts on a Monday because I always feel like the week starts on a Monday, and I know in a lot of especially American sort of things, their days seem to start on a Sunday. I mean, their weeks. So I like my weeks starting on a Monday. But yeah, that's cool. I think that should be able to be used. So I've got my stamps there. In this one here, I've got a lot of unopened packets actually, but this one I've just like got a whole heap of, I'm trying to think of the word, what's the word I'm looking for? Paper clips. So a whole heap of like paper clips and things like that in here. So a whole heap of clip type things in here. And then I do have a couple of packages. I think they're like sequins and stuff from Studio Carlie kits that I've just stuck in there as well. So those ones that are things that I could use. Whoop. And this one here, this has got my dimensional embellishments. Last year's month of me didn't have very many dimensional embellishments in it, but definitely thicked up the album that I was using. This year I'm using a different album, and it has a thicker spine, so it doesn't matter quite as much about how thick my pages are. I really like dimensional stuff. So I've got a whole heap of flair in here. What are these things? Buttons. And then a couple of like brads and just miscellaneous like frames, miscellaneous stuff that I've just gone through the boxes again and just chucked out a couple of things that I thought might fit, with no real like thought as to how it's all going to come together. Just trust that it will come together in the end. So that's the embellishments. I'll sort that out again in a moment. The last thing to show you is the album that I'll be using. It's a bit dirty. Is it going to focus? Last year I used a Becky Higgins Project Life mini album. I think it's called a mini album. And it was the one that had, it was 9 by 9 or some dimension like that. And it had a sewn spine, so all the pages were already sewn in, so you couldn't add or take away any pages. And I quite liked that, in that I had a set amount of pages. It was 40 pages, so I had one page for each day, so that's 30 pages, plus like a title page, and then a couple of extra pages where I could do double page spreads or more. It's not really focusing on it, is it? So that worked. I really liked that a lot, but the only problem was with the sewn spine, it wasn't thick enough for how I work. So the end result of the book was, it was like that, with the pages like just fattening it up. But at the same time, I love that book, even though the album just wasn't quite right. This year I'm using this guy. He is a Studio Calico handbook, and I got this one for included in that week in the life kit. So I got that included. Whoop. So it's come with all these pages as well. So I've got some like little, I'm not sure, 3 by something. I can't do maths right now. Baby brain. I'm just blame everything on the baby. So yeah, there's those little pages there, and then I've got like clear plastic sheets with like dividers already in them with just different sizes. I quite like, if I can find it, and if you can see it, this one here, that one there, it's got like the little tiny squares, then 4 pockets in that one, and whole page ones. So this one I can choose how many pages I end up using, because it's ring bound, but I've got plenty of pages here, so it should make for a really good album again. Once again, I'm planning to have at least 1 page for every day, so 30 pages plus maybe some double page spreads and some of additional pages that I'll be inserting in as well. So that's the album that I'm using, and it's actually quite nice. This is I haven't been keeping in the loop as much. This is the new style handbook that Studio Calico have only just really released this year, I believe, and it seems to be really nice. So hopefully the rest of them are really nice as well. So anyway, yes, that is the products that I am going to be using for the month of May. What I usually do when I scrapbook is I'm going to have this thing nice and neatly organized here on my desk beside me, and I'll also have all my Project Life cards around. What I usually do is I have my photos, then I'll select some project life cards, and that usually selects my color scheme. And then as I'm scrapbooking, I will, flick through this guy, flick through and find, embellishments that may work on the page. I usually set them aside and then work them into the page. And if I have leftover bits, just stick them back into my box. And I like having this box here because, as I said before, I don't have to rifle through the whole entire drawer set, spending, what could be hours looking for that perfect piece. I just sort of simplify the process by having them right here beside me. I've limited what I can choose from, so that makes it easier and quicker and less overwhelming. So yeah, it's just a process that has worked for me in the past, and will hopefully work for me again in this project. So from here, I'm going to be continuing my Month of Me album, well, starting it. I've been taking photos, so next I plan to print them out, and I'll be sharing some of the layout processes on this channel. So if you like that, do stick around, subscribe, and also leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this process. Is it just way too involved for you guys, or is it something that you like? Let me know what you do. I'd love to know, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. So my name's Carlie Hamilton. Thanks guys. Bye.